Oh, hey man, nice dog. Would you mind if I pet it? It doesn't like bite though, right?
What? This old thing? No, it doesn't bite. In fact, it doesn't do anything at all. Welcome to the biggest disappointment of your childhood. Toys that didn't do anything. That's the topic of today's video, and I got inspired by seeing all of those TikToks, you know, of nostalgic toys from your childhood, and I got to thinking, a lot of those toys didn't do anything. Whether it was the marketing that got us into it or something else entirely, a lot of these toys are stuff that we begged our parents to get, and they didn't do anything. Oh boy, it's only summertime and I already have everything picked out for Christmas. Let me see if I can get a little something early. How did you guess? The topic of today's video isn't even necessarily toys that were just outright bad, but more so toys that overpromised and underdelivered. Obviously, you have toys like Mighty Beans that they didn't do much, but they also didn't claim to. You know, growing up, like, you could argue the Kaponk doesn't do anything, but they say what it does, and it does just that. There's no sugarcoating it. It's just a cup. Like, you buy a stuffed animal, you know you're getting a stuffed animal. You buy the Poo Chi Robot Dog, and you get lied to. Most of the claims are far-fetched. Most of the claims are outlandishly far-fetched. These commercials tried to sell these toys, and sell they did. These little guys were probably one of the biggest contenders for just total scams. Come on, lifelike dog, reacts to touch. The touch is a button. We're talking about the Fushigi. We're talking about the Is. We're talking about these damn robot toys. They're never as cool as they look. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want to dive into the total scams yet, so I'm gonna start a little softly. We'll ease into it a little bit. These toys that we're gonna talk about, they aren't total scams. They showed exactly what it does, and it only did one thing.
Extraordinary, exceptional X-Men! Wolverine's got a tiger twist, stripes, and spring-out claws. The Iceman comes on his ice board with color change icicles. Sabertooth's equipped with...
It can kick. I classify toys with a singular function as toys that are advertised to do all kinds of crazy things, but in reality, they do one. They do one thing well, and that's it. They don't do anything else. The biggest example are action figures. I remember seeing commercials all over the place for crazy action figures that can shoot. They can shoot their one projectile, and then you lose it, and then that's it. Luckily, a lot of these do have multiple functions. They have articulating limbs, but some of them didn't. Some of them just had an arm that moved and shot. For example, I have this blue Power Ranger. I literally can't play with it. It does one thing, and it kicks. That's it. As a toy, this articulating Spider-Man is so much more impressive. Look at that, it's got magnet feet. He can thwip, he can thwap, he can do it all. Just look at this. His kick looks so much more impressive, but you know, maybe that's nitpicking. Let me tell you, that Power Ranger ain't got shit on my man. He is, as the kids refer to as, the GOAT. I mean, waiter. Let's pivot over to something else. This is like I guess this is like more of a one-use toy, but do you remember those water grow toys? You put them in water and then they grow for 5 days. They suck up the water. Holy shit, my quarter-sized alligator is now the size of my forearm. I can't do anything with that, but it's bigger. Or you know what, better yet, let me just grow a girlfriend. That way I can have all of the perks of a girlfriend except no PMS, no nagging, and passing gas is encouraged. Dude, Sunday Night Football, am I right, boys? Let's go! I wonder if people did other things with those. Moving on. When I mentioned the water grow toys, you probably thought of those little capsules that you would put in water and then a sponge dinosaur would appear. It really doesn't do anything, but I will say those were pretty cool. So they get the pass. I would like save them up for a day and be like, okay, well, tomorrow I'll see what this one is. Okay, you want to talk about zero function toys? How about those terrible, god-awful, landfill, garbage blind box toys that they have right now for kids? You know, I'm not saying like blind box toys are bad by any means. I mean, we've had like Mighty Beans back in the day, you know, those are pretty cool. They had mystery packs. But I'm talking about the garbage toys that are filled with fake rarities, where the rewards you can get is a little piece of rubber that there's 18 color variations of the worst designed thing you can even imagine. There's an insane amount of blind box craze right now. Some of it's good, some of it's just, it's awful. It's so bad. There's so much kid garbage that's just like a little rubber guy with 18,000 color variants, and the rare one has gold paint on it. An extra 1 cent on the assembly line. There's so much shit that's just not worth it. It's the same mold with the different paint job. And like, what even is half of this shit?
Oh, great heavens! Ooh, is it done? Ooh. I don't think it was done. I don't want to open this. Oh no. There you go. We got Hazcam Hawk. Okay. Oh, they smell bad. Oh no. Oh!
And let me tell you, the packaging for some of these is insane. These rainbow corn toys are filled with so much landfill garbage that just gets thrown away. It's so disgusting. I hate it. But yo, you better tell me what your favorite Peebo is. Mine's that one. You remember growing up as a kid, putting a little quarter in one of those little like vending machines and getting out a piece of garbage? Those are the olden days equivalent to the blind box shit.
Vinesauce?
Like, I'm sure you all remember these ninja guys. Like, these are one of the most nostalgic things I can think of. How do you play with that? What do you do? It's not a toy, but god damn it, I wanted it.
Let's go. We got yellow.
I also had these little aliens. I don't know. I didn't do anything with them, but I had them. I'm glad I spent my money on actual garbage. They couldn't even paint the advertisement image correctly. The paint is spilling over. There's also like a little subcategory of toys here that are just doomed to fail because there's a piece or a part or a packet or something that toy only functions while it's in production, while this object exists. There are certain cap guns where like the paper roll's not really in production, or you have to go to like somewhere very specific for it. But there's also like a lot of like food related things, kind of like the old day version of the poppin' cookin' toys. Like Easy Bake Oven is only going to work while the food packets are in production. As soon as those are done, it's down to the landfill. There were like these little rubber molds toys that you can make like little rubber guys with. They don't produce the gel that you would pour into the, was it cast iron? Was it a steel mold? Then you put it into the oven and just burn the absolute shit out of your hand while inhaling the most toxic chemicals you can imagine. That shit stunk. Those aren't, you can't do anything with that anymore. Shout out to my man, Dr. Dreadful though. He also falls under this category, but holy shit, that stuff was so cool. I'm not even mad about it. I want to get into the nitty gritty. I want to get into what you are here for, and that is the total scams of toys where the commercials and advertisings promised the world and it did not deliver. Starting with
Fushigi! Hi, I'm Tim Goey, and this is Fushigi.
With maneuvers like the prayer cross, the enigma, levitation, and so many more.
Fushigi sounded like the coolest thing in the fucking world. And let me tell you, I bought one. I was suckered in, and boy did I feel bad once I got it. On camera it looks cool, but in person, once you actually see the ball and realize that they're just turning it in place and like it's an illusion. 480p TVs definitely helped sell the illusion that it was this magical floating orb, because in person you could tell. In person you could tell that it was moving as you rotated it. It didn't look like this gyroscopic orb that was always facing the same direction. That's not at all what it was. It was just a heavy piece of garbage. Nobody, I mean, nobody was tricked by that. The disappointment when I showed somebody my first trick doing the Fushigi and they're like, that's it? Yeah. such a waste of time and effort and money. Big scam. Another example of a sort of scam was the IZ or the Is, this little music guy. He's like a little alien doohickey man. They advertise him as this, oh dude, become a DJ with your music. Plug in your own MP3 player and rock on. It was a speaker. I had the red one.
It is my music, my way.
I love that.
Is from Sizzle. Batteries not included, each sold separately.
So you could cycle through its own pre-designated songs, or it's true, you could play your own MP3 through it. However, it was just it was like the worst speaker you could imagine. And if you fuck its little dingle, all it did was just make goofy noises and actually made your music sound worse. They advertised it as, oh, dude, customize your music experience by boing, 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 and it would go, what a waste.
Oh yeah, it's just the craziest thing. I love that.
There were tons of these like music DJ players. The iDog was another one. They all did the same thing, and that thing was nothing.
Moon shoes, kid-powered anti-gravity shoes,
Moon shoes. You know why these are here. Potentially one of the most disappointing toys of all time. Moon shoes. They advertised you being able to jump with moon-like gravity, and let's just say you can't. These shoes were just a bunch of like elastic bands, I believe, all in this cylindrical tunnel that was just made to break ankles. Not to mention they just fucking sucked. Like you could jump on them, but you didn't go high. It was like an extra 2 inches. It just felt like you were going high because the elastic bands stretched downward when you jumped. They were it was almost like 2 mini trampolines on your feet, and they just didn't work. I wanted to give a quick shout out to the honorable mentions of this video. Things that are obviously scams, but like, what can you do? Mood rings, it was just a thermal reactant, color changing material. But if it was purple, it meant you were chilled out. They don't work. I also want to mention, this is a personal thing for me, those magic eye books where it's like a stereoscopic image. If you unfocus your eyes in a certain way, you see some image in between. Those never ever worked for me, and I believe that they're actually just a complete total scam. That might just be a me problem, but I've never gotten them to work. People are like, just unfocus your eyes. Yeah, okay. It just like, it's a scam. It's a scam. It's not real. But not as big of a scam as the Power Balance Bracelet. Oh, let me just put this piece of silicone on my skin and all of a sudden I'm a star athlete. No, it doesn't work like that. They claim that contact with the special minerals unlocks your body's full potential. And on the commercial, they do like a little demonstration where the guy's like, wow, man, my balance is pretty bad. Let me put on the bracelet. Oh, it's fixed. Yeah, okay. If anything, it would make your balance worse because your weight is totally offset from your left and your right side. But I know quite a few people that got one of these. I think it came out later that it's just a piece of like foil and like it doesn't even really make contact with your skin. It's just more silicone. So like it's a piece of silicone that they're selling you for $15. I will say, I'm not going to discredit the power of placebo and the power of suggestion on the mind. But if you're thinking that it's not gonna work, it's over. Total scam. It's over. Another thing that is just not real are Ouija boards. Why does everybody act like a Ouija board actually works? I've never, ever had an experience with a Ouija board where A, something happened, or B, nobody moved the planchette themselves. It's totally fucking fake. I'm sorry. And this might play into, but if you go to a haunted place, like a place that's actually haunted, I think it will actually move on its own. It's a tunnel into the afterlife. Make sure you say goodbye or else you'll be haunted forever. Okay. This also goes into my history that I've never had a paranormal experience. I want one. The thought of believing in ghosts is really fun. I love it. I want to do a ghost hunting video, I just need to find a place that'll like have us, you know, that we don't have to like fucking rent out for $2,000. I want to have a spooky experience. I really do. Ouija board ain't it. Even in the original commercials for the Ouija board, they're talking about people moving it.
You're moving it. No, I'm not. You're moving it.
They're planting the seeds in the mind of whoever's gonna play the prank on all their friends. It's useless. It's a piece of fucking particle board. Don't mess with it. You'll invite evil spirits. That being said, I probably will not go to a haunted place and use a Ouija board. I fell for it again. Sea monkeys. They're just brine shrimp. The advertisements make it look like they're these little guys that float around and just, you know, hang out. They have like, they carry a little trident around. No, it's just shrimp. I will say though, the idea of sea monkeys sounds really fucking cool, but this ain't it. It is interesting though that the eggs, you know, can last so long just dried out. Just put them in water. How does that work? That's kind of neat. Sea monkeys aren't a total scam. They are these little creatures that, you know, they spawn, they say hello, and then they pass away. I don't think I've ever known somebody to keep sea monkeys for more than like a week, but maybe that's just the lifespan of the shrimp. I don't know. Can they reproduce in there? I don't know. I want to tell you a story about young Eddie Bunghetti. Young and impressionable Eddie Bunghetti loved magic tricks. David Blaine, Chris Angel, Harry Houdini, David Blaine. These guys blew my goddamn mind. And I know what you're saying. Oh, magic? Dude, of course it's gonna be a scam. But you don't understand. Young me ate that shit up. Adult me eats that shit up. When I get married, I'm hiring a magician. This dude's gonna go all over the place and make people shit their pants. It's gonna be messy. I fucking love being shown something that I can't comprehend. How did you stick the card that I saw in my own ass? I don't know. And god damn it, Chris Angel, you won over my edgy teenage heart.
Mindfreak. Chris has been named Magician of the Century. And now he will teach you some of his greatest secrets. Introducing the award-winning Chris Angel Platinum Magic Kit.
I was obsessed with Mindfreak. That shit blew my mind. It was all fake. It was 100% fake. None of that was real at all. I bought the magic set. I don't know where I was, where I saw the commercial for the Chris Angel Mindfreak Magic Set, but god damn did I beg for that shit. And you know, I wouldn't even say it's a total scam because it was a perfectly functioning magic set. However, 80% of the tricks that they advertise aren't even included in the set. Like they're just things you do. And the other 20% exist in every other magic set. Like check out this magic set and you tell me how different they are. I will say though, the deck of cards they're pretty sick. I remember going into school with my Mindfreak deck 1 and performing a couple of tricks. And you know, people ate that shit up. Dude, I felt so cool. So this one, I'll admit, this one's not a total scam. I don't know where the rest of the magic set is, but I do have the decks of cards. Same thing with like the Fushigi and the they're probably in my parents' house. I went to my parents' house to get this guy. I couldn't find the others. I actually saw a recent thing about Chris Angel. Like, I don't know if they were live shows that were happening, but he showed the levitation and yeah, there's a wire. Now onto the meat and potatoes. The 2000s were filled with robot, animal, pet toys.
Ooh, look at that Poo Chi. It's new Poo Chi, the ultimate pop.
Everybody knows somebody that had the dinosaur. Everybody knows somebody that had the hamsters. Everybody knows somebody that had the dinosaur. And everybody knows somebody that had this fucking dog. I had one of these. It was the blue-eared one. Yes, I bought this. I bought this on eBay. Get over it. This shit doesn't do anything. Lifelike, you say. To their credit, it does bark. It barks at such a consistent rate that it's hard to tell if any of your inputs are actually doing anything. You know, it responds to your voice, it responds to touch. It does it anyways. I could not replicate it doing anything specific to touch or my voice.
Sit.
I could not replicate the commercials at all, and I tried for a whole 5 minutes. Did not react to my voice, ever. Never in my childhood did it react to my voice. Never now did it react to my voice. The touch, I mean, there's a button. The only thing I could get it to do was it ate the bone. I put the bone up to its head and its mouth opened up and it it's useless junk. I bet you never guessed that the lifelike robot dog wasn't very lifelike at all. They do say, you know, you have to purchase two Poo Chi dogs, but they do say if you get two of them next to each other, they interact. But on the commercial, they just show them doing the same thing that they've been doing anyways. Like that's the whole moral of the story here, is that you can be like, oh, dude, it's kind of reacting. It's kind of doing what they say. No, because it's just doing that anyways.
So you're telling me if you have two of these, that they'll play together?
No. It's doing that in a consistent pattern with consistent timing, and it just, you know, happens to work out sometimes. It's not good. I'm sure it was way overpriced, and it preyed on kids being like, oh, Mom, can we have a dog? Are you gonna feed it? Are you gonna walk it? But what about the Tiger Electronics Poo Chi Robot Dog? Oh, you know what? It can't die. I do believe that they later on made a super Poo Chi version that, you know, actually kind of worked a little bit more, but I've never owned it, so I can't speak on its behalf. It's just like, it's so bad. It's so not worth any of the time and effort to even make it. And like, I wouldn't even be talking about this if it wasn't for the commercials being like, oh, realistic dog. This is realistic. It uses the same bark soundbite that every other dog toy has ever used ever. Free sound library dog sound effect. Speaking of free sound library, did you guys have like the little fart things where you would like hide this speaker and then you'd have a remote and it'd go bam 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 bam, and like it cycled through the same 6 fart sounds in the same exact order on every single one? Good times. Oh, dude, remember the spy gear? Dude, let's fucking go! Now that's a good toy. But we're not here for good toys. We're here for bad toys. And what's better than bad toys? Bad video games. I just want to make a quick pivot to round this video off, to have a moment of silence for all of the kids that begged for Wii Music. I don't know what I was thinking, but when I saw the commercials for Wii Music, I thought it meant like you got to create your own music. All of the commercials showed almost zero gameplay and just showed people pretending to play their instruments, and they went with the beat perfectly. So I just thought that was them making the beat. But no, Wii Music is a game. I don't even know if I would call it a game. Wii Music is an experience where you wave the Wii remote. It literally doesn't matter. The music still plays if you wave it on beat or off beat. You might get a better score. I don't know. I didn't play it enough to to remember that. But you just move the Wii remote and music happens. And that's Wii Music. How embarrassing would it be to get everybody together, say, let's play Wii Music. Let's all pretend to play this song, and we're actually not doing anything. Because if you play by yourself, what's the fucking point? And if you play with other people, what's the fucking point? Like, there's no reason for this to exist. I don't need Wii Music to pretend to play an instrument. I can just put on some music and go, and I would get re-invited to any party for any occasion ever. Nobody wants to hang out with the kid that brought Wii Music.
Introducing Drawn to Life: The Next Chapter. The new Wii game that lets you draw your own hero.
Draw your own hero. Create your own adventure. Play the most dull and boring video game known to man. Like, it's cool. It's a cool idea. It's the worst platformer I've ever played. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to get a Wii Sports, WarioWare Smooth Moves, and Drawn to Life. Take a guess on which one we returned. Metacritic scores were poor, but honestly not that bad. For a game with no substance. You drew your guy and that's it. That's all the fun. We did end up returning the game. I think I ended up getting New Super Mario Bros. Wii instead. Much better purchase. It's just like, it's so boring. It's not even like a bad game. It is a bad game, but it functions boring. Like it's the biggest shitload of fuck I've ever seen. It sucking fucks. It fucking sucks. It fucking blows. It's a piece of shit. And I don't like it. This shit makes me so mad I'm quoting other channels. It sucks. It sucks. It's so bad. It's just, well, I can't even think of the right word. It's ass.
All right, man. Just keep it moving.
man, can you imagine how embarrassed I felt saying, hey, remember when I begged you guys to get me a Wii for Christmas for this Drawn to Life game? I don't want to play it anymore. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go donate to my local landfill. I'll be right back. Hey man, there's something wrong. You haven't touched your food in like 2 days. Oh, that's right. You don't do anything. Don't go in there. I think I've gotten everything off my chest that I wanted to. Like I said, I saw those like nostalgic era TikTok slideshows and I was like, damn, those things actually blew hard ass. You know the videos. They play Donkey Kong Country aquatic ambience and show a slideshow of things from your childhood that you remember. But if you actually think about it, they fucking suck. Let me hear from you, because I know that there are thousands of toys out there that I probably missed, that you might have played with and just had the biggest disappointment of your life. So let me know in the comments what I missed, because I know I missed some. And maybe I'll do a part 2. I'll feature your comments with a part 2, give my opinions on things. I'm sure there are things that I had personal experiences with that I just don't remember. So let me know below. If you liked this video and want to see more of it, consider subscribing, of course. We're on a steady road to becoming YouTube partners. That's exciting. Any amount of help makes a huge difference. So subscribe to Eddie Bunghetti. I like doing these kind of videos, but I also stream every week, Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. If I miss a Wednesday, I'll usually make it up on a Thursday. Recently, I've been streaming a lot of like one-shot games that I haven't really heard of before. Who's Lila was a really fun one. It's kind of like a psychological David Lynch, Twin Peaks inspired horror game where instead of dialogue options, you change your character's facial expressions and that dictates your response. And sometimes your character can't help but make a certain face and you have to kind of fight them for it. It was really interesting. There's a lot of depth and replayability with that. So go to my live tab and check that out. And if you want more like this video, I made a plug and play video last year, kind of in a similar vein where it's about bootleg plug and play systems. Some were actually okay, but some were not. Thank you to my channel members, Cited and Rudolph the Jingled Pear Tree. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.